Hey YouTube, welcome back. It's me, Fruitguru. I hope you all had a lovely weekend and you're energized for the week to come. Today we're going to take another look at our arena comp team. We did briefly check this out last week, and it was just when I'd got Warrior of Light. He was very underleveled and undergeared, but we kind of wanted to see what we could actually do with him in the fray. And we've evolved our situation a little bit now since then, and I'm going to take you through it. If you did see the last video at a glance, you'll probably notice first of all, these two characters have swapped. I'll explain that in a second, but let's just start off with what Ramza's looking at. So what we've done with Ramza is we've actually given him Fryevia's TMR now. This, in combination with his shout and our vision cards, it's basically a steroid to try and get the odd one-hit kill or to finish off a kind of tankier enemy. And I think it's going to work quite well. If he does kind of go up to the left, as he usually does, and a unit's still up there, he should use shout, then he should use this. That's a 20% plus whatever this is currently giving me. It's not maxed, but it's a big chunk of damage. So that's what we've put that there. We have a platinum robe on him. It is terribly built. We have -8 accuracy, which I'm not too fond of. I do want to get this to +3, so I haven't re-rolled it or anything like that, but I just don't have the resources right now to do so. We might have to take this off. It might be a little bit greedy for the 11 defense, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Odin's still on him for the damage. And we've given him our Iron Giant card. The reason for this is we're actually going to be going after slashing teams. We are a slashing team, so this kind of works all around. We get the slash attack +20, which is huge. We do lose a little bit of agility, but not the end of the world. And we get a party-wide slash attack resistance up 15, which is really, really juicy, especially considering that we're going to be targeting slashing things. This with our already tanky units is pretty nice, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to kind of mitigate a lot of damage. On to Warrior of Light, we've got him up a good few levels. We're giving him his Armor of Light +4. I got terrible rolls on this leveling it up. I am getting it to +5, which is why I haven't resmith it. But yeah, hopefully it's a little bit more generous next time round, but you kind of see where we're going with this. Lots and lots of defense again to stack our immunity, or not our immunity, but to negate a lot of damage, and that's why that's there. We had to give him Tyrell's TMR, same as last time. A little bit of accuracy on it. The main reason for this is it doesn't have an ability. I find that TMR abilities tend to break Warrior of Light a lot of the way. Well, maybe not break him, but they don't make him behave in the way I want him to behave. I need him to get that taunt buff straight away, and he often doesn't do that if he's got a party buff or whatever. So that's why this is on in there. We're not really getting much stats, just the accuracy. The crit's a nice little bonus, but it's not going to be too great on him. We did get Max Resonance Esper with, or Max Esper Resonance with Golem, and we awakened to 2-star, so just kind of re-leveling it again, so that's quite nice, lots of defense in there. And a questionable choice perhaps is we've given him Secret Orders, mostly because his agility is a little bit low, and this kind of brings him up to par with the rest of the party. The Spirit Down is a little bit crappy, but we're going to be going after mostly physical slashing teams, so I'm not too worried about it right now. We will probably change that for the magic meta perhaps, but we'll take a look and see how it performs. We do get a party ability of slash attack up 19, we're not max level, but this stacking with Ramza's personal slash attack 20 is 49, nearly 50% more slash attack, and that's huge. So we might be getting a little bit greedy. We did have Leona's Castle on him, which made him kind of really tanky, but I'm hoping now with our kind of the way we've evolved him a little bit and we've put more skills into certain things, we won't need that. Maybe if we see him going down a little bit too easy, we'll switch it back, but for now this is just really good synergy with our whole party because they're all slashing damage as well. Fryevia we did previously have on the White Mage spec. This was because Warrior of Light was going down a little bit too easy at the time. I don't think we need this anymore. I did find that if Ramza went down early, we had a massive problem where these two couldn't get out enough damage to finish the job. So it often came down to who had the most units left, and I don't like that. And you also get a lot less points in the arena if you win like that, so it's harder to climb, so not great at all. So yeah, we have the crappy golden armor with the absolutely shoddy evade, so we're not going to be dodging anything. And we've given her Frederica's TMR. Nothing too spectacular on this, but we do get a bit of a chunk of accuracy in a meta, you know, where there's a lot of dodge stuff. We get a little minus accuracy on this as well, so it's kind of to balance it out. Our Siren has all the slash resist now on it, which is nice. And we've given her a Vow of Love, and despite the fact that she's not our main tank, she is quite bulky. She actually has, if we take a look at this right now, I think it's 40-something%. 38% slash resist, which is really juicy. That with her innate defenses and whatnot, she's not going to go down easy, so I don't mind if she pulls a little bit of aggro off Warrior of Light. She's also in her Spellblade sub, so she's going to be using Taunting Blade, or Taunting Spell I should say, and this is kind of unavoidable at the moment due to the inability to turn these off, but it's not the big deal. It kind of gives Warrior of Light a little bit of breathing room to cast a heal off if he gets very low, so I'm hoping it's not going to kind of knock things out too much. We also get the party-wide buff of 30% attack up, which is really juicy. I think if we had an eye for it, maybe we'd sub this in, but the personal slash attack of 20 on her is actually quite nice as well. So that's basically what we've done with the team. We swapped these two around because I found Fryevia was running over to Ramza in this spec to resist magic on him, and it was pulling her too far away out of combat when Warrior of Light was just taking hits and we weren't really trading very well. So I'm hoping these two are still going to go over to the right, but it's going to kind of, you know, maybe get Fryevia into the fray a little bit quicker. The only thing I'm concerned of is because of his low agility, this could mess up how the unit opposite Ramza acts and may not get Ramza to go over to the side we want, but we'll figure that out. If that happens, we can just shuffle them back and maybe Warrior of Light's just going to have to take a little bit more of a beating. So let's have a look. It is restart, so we're going to probably have to go through an easy team or two. We'll go into this one first. It does have a Mediana on it, but you know, we have actually quite a good bit of magic resistance in our units as well, so I'm not too worried if she gets a cheeky ult off. It shouldn't do too much damage to us. So let's have a look at how these behave. Our Ramza is of course going to shout. Isn't going to be too beneficial to Warrior of Light. He's not really our killer unit, but who knows. Might make a little bit of a difference. So, Gafgarian kind of staying over there, so our Ramza should make his way downtown to him. And these are all just going to buff up as usual, nothing new here. Mediana is going to go down, she's very aggro. You got a second shout, which isn't something we see a lot here, but it is benefiting Fryevia, so that's quite nice. And she's used the TMR skill, so that's out of the way for now, which is a good thing. Warrior of Light, okay, she's under-leveled, but, you know, he's starting to be able to pump out damage now, which is quite nice. And these two aren't going to be able to do much to us at all. Monta's going to be useless. Gafgarian might get the elemental advantage, but he's not going to be able to do too much. And you can see, even with our Ramza fighting the tank, we're still doing quite a lot of damage to him, and we're not really too worried at this point. Invincible Shield, being able to cast on other units, has actually been huge for me, especially in Guild Wars. So, yeah, you can see 600 did nothing. And we got a cheeky little shuriken in. And almost killed him. Not quite enough, but we're not too worried. So we'll get the crushing blow on us. And even with the elemental difference, you know, we have so much slashing resist here that it just tickles, essentially. And they are gone. So not the best team to showcase it against because, you know, the Mediana was a kind of a free kill at 79 or whatever she was. But hopefully we'll find something just a little bit more challenging now. Right. As always, sorry about my load times. They're crap on the computer. So let's see, who do we have next? Another gaffy boy. Now, I do want to see, I don't want to pick anything that's like really kind of a free win because there's no point in showing you that. You don't want to see that. You want to see how it's actually going to work. Again, it's a little bit easy. Monday is a terrible day, I think, for this kind of stuff because everyone's so low. I did actually use up 5 orbs before even going in, or 6 orbs before going in here. So this again is another slashing team with an Orlando and a Mont, and they have an 89 healer. She's more than optimal at that level to perform well, so I'll take these guys. And even if Ayaka does start casting holies, it's not going to be too scary for us because our units actually have quite a lot of magic resistance as well. And what I really like about this team is we can kind of ebb and flow this between, you know, physical resistance or magic resistance with Fryevia and our Warrior of Light. So, you know, when the meta does shift, which I think is going to be quite soon, we're going to be able to have an answer for that pretty quickly with minimum investment. So again, we kind of do our buffing. Doopy doopy doo. And she's actually in White Mage spec, which I don't see quite a lot. I normally see Time Mage, but White Mage is fine. She can protect all she wants. It's not going to save her. And these two clowns, you know, they're going to dance around here. They're going to be a little bit late into the combat, I think. And that's going to be a problem for their Ayaka. She's ran back. Probably the best thing she can do. And we get the second shout off on all our units. Rams has built a stockpile of AP, and since his moves in Ninja are quite cheap, he's just going to be able to punish very, very hardly now once he gets into range. So we do get the Invincible Shield off, making our Warrior of Light pretty terrifying, and we should now see a little bit of combat. Illusion's a little bit scary for us because we're not particularly great on the accuracy front. But our Ramza doesn't care. He's getting that accuracy up. He's getting that guaranteed crit. Should see him punish. He'll probably go for the Mont, but I think he's still going to chunk him pretty hard. Get rid of that TMR use, which is great because we don't want it. And Crush Armor tickles our Warrior of Light. He doesn't care. He laughs at it. So he's going to use his ult now. I'm not too thrilled about this. It's nice, but you know, there would be better ways to spend his AP, I think, right now. But it's okay, he'll get a little bit tankier, and we should be fine. So, he comes off the ledge at last, and he's going to launch a Taunting Blade. Again, it's going to tickle us, because we have so much slash resist that, you know, it's not going to impact this battle too much. Double Break weakens him, not too important, as he's not going to put out too much damage anyway. And unfortunately our Ramza gets crushed armor, but he doesn't die because he's got so much slash resist, so a little bit lucky there, I guess, or a good call for the team we're fighting. Ayaka's going to churn out her ulti, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but it's not going to screw us too much, I hope. So Ramza comes back, double break again, and I have to say this Mont is actually putting in some work. With the Ayaka, he's quite scary. So we get a Hein, and that's probably the scariest move that Orlando can churn out of us right now. But we get to see Ice Prism, and League Star AP skills now are going to be a little bit cheaper. I think this is going to quite hurt as well, because Mont doesn't have the most magic resist, so we should be able to get rid of him soon. So, the Curada, yeah. God, at least it didn't heal for too much anyway. Shimmering Blade. And I guess probably the one of the noticeable glaring problems with this team is that they don't particularly have a huge amount of damage. They're more kind of bruisery than anything. But from what I understand, in JP a bruiser meta is kind of a thing now. So, you know, we're ahead of the game. We get another shout up, which is quite nice. And again, our Warrior of Light taking a lot of damage. I would have liked him to have healed there, but I guess that was too much to ask for. And this could very well go into overtime or timeout. Crush Armor on Fryevia, and that takes her down, unfortunately. But we do some serious damage to the Ayaka there. And Evade Sid, big problem for us. But if we can get a heal, we won't lose this battle. We do get the Ramza Decider of Fate, which is going to be really important here. And yeah. So, how did we lose that? Okay. What? So we had 2 units up, and he had 1 unit up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought this was... The order of win here was you kill 3, you win. The next stage is whoever has the most champs or units up, they win. And then if it comes to one-on-one, it's whoever has the highest percentage health. Or at least that's what I always thought it was. This is the second time this has actually happened to me, so I don't know if it's combined health. Maybe it's not, but Jesus Christ, that's a little bit stupid, to be honest with you. Okay, that's not great. So that could have gone a bit better. But we'll suck it up and we'll take it into the next one. So, let me just pause for 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, my leg went dead, so I just had to take a time out. let's get back to it after that very depressing loss. So, again, these guys are a little bit low. What's this? Too low again. 89, 70, again, too low. We'll find someone here that's worthy. Oh, that's not, I didn't mean to click that. That's still getting too low anyway. Maybe a Stern, 89, again, still too low. Come on guys. An Orlando with an Asian name. Okay, not the best, but we'll give it a whirl just to push us up into toughest or tougher categories or challenges. So this team, you know, sans Orlando, shouldn't really tickle us at all. I think we'll be laughing here. Even if they were maxed out, I can't see really how they win. So, again, the evasion, our biggest fear right now. And we're going to do the standard kind of setup. And I'm noticing that my Ramza isn't crossing the border anymore, up north. A little bit disappointing. I may have to swap Fryevia around, but then I've got to ask myself, do I actually need him to cross, because he's still kind of going and picking off, and maybe if they're all together, if he's down in the middle and they're up on the ledge, you know, at least they're separated enough that I'm not going to get nuked by anything nasty like an Orlando ult or anything like that. So this one a little bit faster, they're all kind of running in. We do get our invincible shields, which is a godsend, and we should now soon start seeing a bit of combat. So Holy Bravery tickles me, laughable. Rams is getting his accuracy and crit up, which is fantastic. And the first Crush Armor comes in, and it does a decent amount of damage to be fair, but it's not going to be enough to stop us. The triple taunting spell is really nice there, that lined up really well. And Warrior of Light again, able to kind of carry his own in the damage department. So this tickles us a little bit as well. Their Warrior of Light's attempting to heal. I think we might kill him before he gets it off, perhaps. Oh, we're ultimate. Okay, haven't seen this for a while. This will be quite nice against their team, because I don't think they're going to be built for magic resist, but we're not really built for pumping it out. But it does just enough to get the job done. Ah, my Ramza didn't even auto. Oh, sorry, he ran after the ultimate, my bad. So that's quite nice, the Deterrent Sword. It's not going to save us, but it is going to mitigate a good bit of damage on our Warrior of Light. And Angle, absolutely useless here. Shimmering Blade, and we should clean up. Hein is very dangerous against Warrior of Light. Oh god, actually, you know what, we could be in trouble here. We're going to have to hope that our cards give us enough resist to survive. Ah, there we go. Oh, the miss. Oh, let's see. Just about. So again, a little bit close, but we did get it in the end. So yeah, I need to get kind of more base defense up, because Hein, as far as I know, isn't actually a slash attack. I think it's one of the neutral attacks, and it just seems to chunk me. So we'll have to find a little bit way. Maybe when we're more min-maxed, it's not going to be as much of an issue. So hopefully for our final battle now, we'll be able to find a good team. That will probably drive me mental. 94, 89. Okay, so no. Is it a little bit easy? We don't have a mount counter, we'll take it anyway. Now, Venera, we could be in a situation where we just can't hit her. Good to probably learn these things before we fight it in a guild battle. But you know, if we do manage to hit her, I think we're gonna take her down pretty quickly. And we do have 2 light units, so we have to be kind of cautious of her damage. But we should negate a good, decent amount of it. I don't think she's going to be able to one-shot anything anyway, including the Ramza. I hope. Okay. So that's scary, but we're okay. We'll buff up, and hopefully this won't go into the disaster zone. We do have Ultima, which, you know, might supercharge, get out of here, that ain't gonna touch me. We do have Ultima, which, you know, it's got a guaranteed hit, so if Ramza gets that off, at least that should chunk her, and any other attack should finish her off. She does get her Shadow Cast, and this is probably where things will get a little bit scary. And yeah, I guess we'll just keep our fingers crossed. So we get rid of that silly TMR, and we get our invincible shield, and let's see what happens. So, what's she gonna do? Oh, the ult. Okay, this is gonna be a chain. This could be really nasty. No, it's laughable. It's fine. Nice try, and we get the defense up, so that was well worth. Divine Grace doing absolutely nothing, and we are starting to take a little bit of damage, but I'm hoping if Warrior of Light can survive the next attack, he may perhaps get off a heal, but we'll see. Oh, so we're Steel Vision. Okay, that's a bizarre one. And that's actually quite annoying for us as well. So we do miss the first attack, and this is probably where things will start going a little bit pear-shaped for us. We do get Ultimate off, but unfortunately it's on the Mont. This is a guaranteed hit, so, you know, it's not going to do too much, but at least we chunk half his health. Auto attack doesn't do too much, which is nice, and the taunting spell doing work. And this is kind of why I had to put Fryovia into this spec, because I don't think healing would actually help us out too much here. She's actually taking over the tanking now, because of the card she has in the taunting spell, and that's actually allowed our Warrior of Light to nearly get all his health back, which is really, really good. Armor Cleaver, again, very scary, but you know, we were built to resist this stuff, so she can't do too much. And now it's just going to be a case of, can we actually kill her in time? Even if we can't, it's probably not the end of the world, because we should win it on actions. I can't see my team going down. Vanera, I would have loved to have built her, but it was her Warrior. There we go, look. So she's gone on one hit. It's just a question of when we hit her. So that's kind of a nice one to finish up on. Hope you like how the build's going so far. We will, like in a few weeks, be changing this over to a kind of magic resist and magic killing build. But we'll be using the same units for the most part, I believe. So yeah, if you have any thoughts or comments, you know, fire them away. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.